All hail the mighty. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, welcome to the penultimate race of Showdown, Throwdown. I'll be your commentator for today. Here we are at Awesome Moter Madness, hosted by AMM, who is in the mid-pack of the standings. And as you can see, a pretty good amount of the field is eliminated, those with exclamation points. Ube, AMM, Junebug, CC Orphan, Maple, Pingo, Pesky, Angus, and Dolphin. To start things off, we're in for an exciting one at the penultimate race of this season. And the first is Pesky, then TC Orphan, and Pingo to start the top four. It's going to be a pretty good one to decide who makes it to the A-League race, given that some of these racers are contending for the top spot. One of them being Pingo and another being Angus, also Dolphin, also contending. That's our host of this track, AM. They're in the lead, followed by Pesky, Junebug, and Pingo to round out the top half. And who is that right there? Well, it's none other than AM to kick it off. While TC over there trying to play catch up with the rest of the field, as well as Maple. That's where one step puts it to the third lap. AM, they're pretty much trying to show why they're a pretty good contender for the Showdown Throwdown championship. And as the top four remains the same for now, there's a pretty close battle between Pingo and TC Orphan. No spots have been changed yet, but it's still any Marvel's game, as long as they can roll the right way. 3 laps in, AM's lead is still maintained at a pretty good spot. Pingo, Junebug, and Pesky, they're also trying to make their moves. And the rest of the field is getting closer and closer to Pingo, who is currently in 4th. It really has been a pretty good season for some of these marbles. You gotta do what you gotta do to finish strong, regardless if you're at the top, like Rager, who is not in this race, or at the bottom. Anyways, on to the penultimate lap of the penultimate group race. AM still holds their lead, followed by Junebug in 2nd. They're looking for a pretty good showing. Pesky in 3rd, followed by Pingo to round out the top 4. Now, the top 4 has mainly been the same throughout this group so far, except for the fact that Pesky is now behind Junebug instead of ahead. And as we enter the final lap, AM is still in the lead. Pesky takes back 2nd place. Pingo is now in 3rd. Wow. Followed by Junebug in 4th. Now Junebug, they're in a bit of danger of losing their spot. But seeing that there's a bit of a gap, they will not have to worry much. As we're on to the final lap, it will be AM or Pesky that takes the win for this group. The other will take 2nd place. That winner of this group being, in fact, AM. 2nd place, a tight battle, Pingo takes it, followed by Pesky in 3rd. The 4-star team, Dolphin and Junebug, it will be Junebug heading on to the A-League race. Meaning that Dolphin, Maple, TC Orphan, and in fact, our last competitor being Angus, who DNF. Heading on to Group B, Seahawks, Dino, Baby Mario, Crisis, our overall leader Rager, Kimchi, Pink Cobalt, and Steven. And we're off. Starting off the first lap for AMM's track. Who will be the first to take the lead is Kimchi, followed by Crazy is Dino, who is right there, and then Rager to round top 4. Baby Mario overtakes Pink Cobalt for the 5th spot. Then it's Seahawks, Ed Steven to round out the end of the group. As we end the first lap, Dino, they take the lead over Kimchi. Crazy is in 2nd, then is Baby Mario, and then back to Kimchi to round out top 4. Rager, who's in the overall lead, they're so far out of the top 4. They need this race, given that Pingo is in the A-League race for this one. And as Dino maintaining their consistency throughout the start, it will be a pretty close battle between these marbles. As Dino is in the lead, a tight battle between 2nd through the rest of the field, not named Steven. Craziest takes the 2nd spot. Maybe Mario's in 3rd. Rager, they take back 4th. Kimchi, who was just in the lead to kick this race off, they're now behind Rager for 4th. And as Pink Cobalt finishes their second lap, going on to lap 3, where Dino, they're maintaining a pretty good lead over Craziest Cat's Eye. Followed by Baby Mario in third. The top 4 has been a bit different compared to the last group. It's still any mode's competition. It's not about how you start, it's mainly about how you finish. And as Dino finishes the third lap, we're on to penultimate for this group. As Craziest Cat's Eye, they're trying to battle Dino for the top spot. No, it really wouldn't matter too much. As long as you finish in the top 4, you're good. As Pink Cobalt, they're in a tough spot themselves. They need to make it to the A group if they want to have a chance at winning. And if things look to be this way, it's going to be Dino's group to win. As we're heading on to the final lap, Craziest and Rager, they're catching up to Dino, who's in the lead, but it doesn't really please them, since the lead is still pretty much the same. As Steven passes King Cobalt for the 4th lap finish, Dino will be most likely to win the B group here, followed by Craziest Cat's Eye in second. Rager and Baby Mario, they're having a tight battle, along with Seahawks. He's trying to make a push as well. Who will come out on top? And in fact, will be Dino in first place, followed by Craziest Cat's Eye in second. Rager, they come in third. Then it's Baby Mario to close out the B group qualifiers for the egg race. Seahawks, Pink Cobalt, Steven, and Kimchi will miss out. As we're off to Group C, this group is looking pretty stacked. Ice, Cube, Oblivion, Tom, Madman, Ramen, Detroit, and Ikai. For this group, we got at least some pretty good contenders here in Group C. Tom starts out in the lead, then is Madman, followed by Ice and Cube to round out top 4. A close battle as Detroit and Momokai, they're catching up in 5th and 6th. Whose battle would it be to start off this race? Madman will start off in the lead, followed by Detroit in 2nd place. Then it's Tom Mastercard looking to bounce back in 3rd. And then it's Ice Elemental to round out top 4 to start things off. Madman and Detroit, they're pretty close to each other in the standings. They're looking for a battle here. As Madman holds on to the lead, Detroit's being given a challenge by Tom Mastercard, but they hold on in 2nd place. Ice is looking to catch up as well. They're in 4th. Behind them being Cube. And behind Cube is Ramen, then Ikai, and then there's our last guy right there. As we start the 3rd lap, Madman and Detroit leading Group C, followed by Tom and Ice. The top 4 has remained the same for now, but any change can be crucial. Madman, they are not letting up. Ooh, Detroit, they lost a bit of momentum there, but they're still trying to give Madman a challenge. And Madman is not affected. They have not gone mad indeed. And as we start the penultimate lap, this really has been rather the same top 4. And it doesn't really bother the marbles that are currently in those top 4 spots. 3 of these marbles are in the top 10. Tom, they're trying to make themselves really known for what they do. They didn't have the best start, but a race win 2 races ago, they're pleased with what they have. And as Madman and Detroit have a pretty tight battle for the first spot, Madman will, in fact, they hold on for the lead heading into the final lap. Then it will be Detroit in 2nd place for now. Tom, Ice, and Ramen, they have a pretty tight battle themselves for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Who will take the 3rd spot here? It will be, in fact, Ice Elemental in 3rd. Tom slips up to 4th bit. And as we hit the final lap, Madman, if things hold on, most likely will be Madman to win the group. Detroit in 2nd place. And then Ice, Tom, and Ramen with a pretty close battle for 4th. Let's see how this plays out. It will be Madman that wins the group. Detroit comes in 2nd place. 3rd will be Ice, and it will most likely be Tom Mastercard to head on to the A race for American Motor Madness. Those eliminated in the group being Momokai, Ramen Powder, Oblivion, and Cube, who fell off the course. Unfortunate for that marble. 6 laps of madness in this B-League race. Let's see the first one. It will start with this. Maple, then Ramen, Steven in that pivot side a bit, Kimchi, Seahawks, and then Dolphins pull out top half. At the end of the first lap, Seahawks takes the lead over Ramen and Maple, who falls to third. Then Steven pull out the scoring ring. Kimchi and Dolphins pull out top half ring. 2 laps in, Seahawks trying to build a lead here. Ramen's catching on along with Maple and Kimchi and Steven. But Seahawks will not. Oh, they got stuck. They had a bit of freeing to do, and they still hold on to the lead. That could have been disastrous. Seahawks was stuck for a second. 1 second closer to the third lap. Seahawks maintains their lead over Ramen, Maple, who's now in second place, Steven, who also overtakes Ramen. That's not in the top 4. Moter jumps up to 6 over Kimchi. Doesn't really do anything much other than just overtake, considering both 6 and 7 are not scoring in the big races. Angus, who is pretty close to first overall, they're not exactly in scoring range. They're behind Kimchi and Ikai. And back there, you also see Cube and Pink Cobalt along with Oblivion. As for the battle for the lead, remains in Seahawks' possession. Maple is trying to make a challenge for the lead. And there's Cube on the other hand, or as TC Orphan, regardless, one of them, they're in danger of getting a lap. Angus jumps up to 6th place. Ramen in 5th, Dolphin, who is also a contender for the overall leaderboard, they're in 4th. I don't know why it took me so long. Anyways, as we're heading on to the penultimate lap, Seahawks is maintaining their lead, followed by Steven in 2nd place. Maple in 3rd. Steven, they come out of nowhere to get in 2nd, and this Maple drops to 4th. It's a pretty tight battle for this B-League race. Seahawks, they're trying to make some moves, catch up to TC Orphan, who is in last. No slow ground. Took them a bit to get onto that one. There's still any Marvel's battle, and by any Marvel I mean it's between Steven and Seahawks. As we're heading to the final lap, TC Orphan, 1 step closer to being relegated. Seahawks holds on to their lead. Steven is pretty close behind them, followed by Maple in 3rd, and then Dolphin in scoring range. As we start the final lap, Seahawks, they're in 1st still. Steven, they're trying to make a pretty good push. It's a pretty tight battle between these 2 marbles. But Seahawks, they got off cleanly, and if things hold on, they will win the B-League race. But Steven is not giving up yet. Down to the wire. Who will have it in this B-League race for A&M? It will in fact be Seahawks who wins the race, followed by Steven, aka Baticali, in 2nd place. 3rd going to Maple, 4th place being Dolphin, then the rest of the order being Ramen, Angus, Kimchi, Momowakai, Cube in 9th, then it's Pink Cobalt, Oblivion, and dead last being TC Orphan. Lap shootout in this race. We have Raider and Pingo. There are some pretty good contenders for who can take over, along with Madman, Ice, and Detroit. Those are also pretty good contenders. Our host for this track, A&M, they're in 1st, followed by Craziest in 2nd, 3rd being Madman, then Pingo, Ice, and Detroit to find out the top half. Dino back there at last. As Madman, they take the lead. They're a pretty good contender for this race. A&M is 2nd place. Craziest to find out the podium. Madman, they need a win if they want to make some serious moves. And as A&M challenges them for the top spot, it will be Madman's to hold on as we're 1/4 of the way into the course. It's a pretty tight battle between these marbles here as they're trying to gain some serious ground if they want to win this whole thing. And with Madman being in the lead still, A&M and Ice point out the top podium spots. With Craziest time in Detroit lining out the rest of the top half. Razor, who is in the overall lead, they're out of the top half as of now. It's not too late for them to make moves since this is a 8-lap showdown. compared to 6 laps in the B League race. And things are looking pretty good for Madman. They might have lapped Dino, which in fact did. And as Ice, Craziest Detroit, and AMM, the host of this track, trying to catch up to Madman, it's not going to be easy, as Madman in fact holds on to the lead, followed by Ice, who overtakes AMM for 2nd place. 3rd place goes to AMM, then Craziest, who gets overtaken by Detroit. They're pretty much close behind Ice and Madman in overall standings, and they're trying to prove something, but with how things are looking, Ice and Madman, they are fighting for the lead, while AMM and Detroit are fighting for the 3rd spot. Crazy and Tom Mastercard, they're also trying to make moves if they want to win this thing. And Zion, they're in danger of getting lapped by Madman and Ice. Ice is still in 2nd place. Madman has not lost their lead yet, 5 laps into this madness. And as Detroit enters the final 4th, Pingo, they've slipped down the standings a bit. It's a pretty tight battle between the top marbles and the bottom marble. Baby Mario making a pretty good case for 6th place so far. It's been Ice and Madman's show throughout these 5 laps, mostly Madman's show, as AMM has still stayed steady in 3rd, still trying to get back the momentum that they lost to start off the race. But is that going to be let happen? Detroit and Tom, they're in a tight battle for the 4th place spot, and it will be Detroit who is in 4th for now. And as for Ice and Madman, the top 2 remains the same as we're 6 laps into this madness. A&M, they're making a challenge for the 2nd spot. Will they make a change here to standings? No, they will not. It will be Ice remaining in 2nd. Tom passes Detroit for 4th. Tom, they're trying to have something to prove in this race, and they're doing that for now. Madman still holds on to their lead. They have not lost it. 6 laps, now 7, heading on to the penultimate lap. It's been nothing but Madman chaos for this course. Funny that the course with madness in it and Madman is in the lead for pretty much the entire time. They have not shown any signs of losing their lead. They have shown signs of lapping, in fact. It's looking pretty good for Madman here. And as we're 1 step closer to the final lap, if Madman pieces up, this will boost them huge in terms of the standings, and Ice takes the lead. As I say that, Ice is in 1st, followed by Madman, who is now dropped to 2nd. A pretty close battle for 3rd between A&M, Detroit, and Tom. Pesky, they're close out the top half. Razor trying to close in as well. Dino, they're in danger of getting a lap, along with Junebug. And as the final lap begins, with things looking out to be, Ice Elemental will hold on for the win. Madman, who is now in 2nd place, they have a lot to go here. Followed by A&M in 3rd, then it's Tom, then Detroit. Ranger, they made a pretty good climb to 6. A&M will close out the podium on their own track. Pretty good for that marble. Then Tom, Detroit in 5th. Ranger closes out in 6th. Yes, they do. 7th to 12th will be Pesky, Baby Mario, Craziest Cat's Eye, Pingo, then Dino, as Juma gets lapped. Unfortunate for that marble, as they made the A-League race, coming out here in dead last. A much needed win for Ice. This brings them pretty close to the overall standings. Ranger getting only +6 doesn't hurt them too much, but it does hurt Pingo, who was in 2nd overall. As we look into the overall standings, Raiders still in the lead, but Ice Elemental has jumped up to 2nd place. As Pingo is in 3rd place overall, only 7 marbles are eligible for winning the championship for Showdown Throwdown. Those being Ranger, Ice, Pingo, Madman, Dolphin, Angus, and Momoakai. Our final races of this season will take place at Ice Mountain, hosted by our race winner here, Ice Elemental. This is your 9th place racer speaking. So long, everybody.